Welcome back to Lockett for more action here this weekend's European 250 Championship round. Round 6 in the 2013 season, and as you can see, those weather conditions again just starting to creep up. 24, so just 1 degree difference between that and what it was for the 125 race about an hour ago. But some of the fans, they're the smart ones taking the shade. Some have got their umbrellas. Not as humid as it was a week ago in Germany. Of course, these guys, 250s, didn't ride that day. Still pretty warm though, all the same. Well, there's only been one European 250 round held here in recent years in its current format. That was back last year, 2012. Mel Pocock on the Monster Energy Yamaha was the winner that day, second and a first. Tim Geisser was third and second, with Maxime Dupre first and sixth. All those 3 guys are now riding in MX2, so this feeder class doing its job. Jeremy Seewer, he was fourth last year with a fifth and a third, and he currently sits second in the championship, 14 points down behind fellow Swiss countryman Valentin Guyot. Won a round in Latvia, but it's been third, second, third, and a fourth. Other than that, well, Seewer, but for Guyot, who has that 14-point advantage, it's been 3 wins and 2 seconds. So those 2 guys, possibly the men to beat this weekend. But try telling that to Damon Growless and Brian Bogers, Brent Van Donnick, and the rest as they look to try and pick up as many points as possible for their own championship cause. There's a quick look at the circuit. Start has been repositioned. It's no longer there at the top of the screen. It's down here past pit lane and in that bottom corner. Couldn't quite see it there. You see a little bit of water going down on the track still, despite the threat of rain, although can't quite see that happening now. But then it wouldn't be the first time that I've been wrong with it.
třídách, nebo v prestižní třídě MX1 patří týmu Orion Litomyšl RS Petrol, protože právě jejich zástupce Franta, nebo tak, jak se říká, Ferris Mola, je jediný Čech, který se představí v těch 2 prestižních světových třídách, konkrétně ve třídě MX1.
So in a moment we'll be going down to the start line area. Amy's down there, waiting to speak to a couple of riders. Here she is.
Test, test, test. Well, the temperature is starting to pick up here down on the start line for the European 250 final race. We're going to have a word with our championship points leader first. We're going to come to Valentin Guyot. Valentin, if I can just borrow you for a second. Valentin, you're still the points leader of this championship. You've just missed the top step of the podium for the last 2 rounds. What do you think is going on?
Oh, you know, Letland and Finland, it was the 2 races, so I say maybe I can lose everything, but I make good race, 2 times second, it's very good. I take some points on Jeremy, so it's good, and now we are back on the hard pack. It's what I prefer, and yeah, all the weekend I be good on the track, all time the best lap, so yeah, it's okay, it's perfect.
Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
We're going to come back up here and we're going to have a word with Philip Neuberger. Philip, we're used to seeing you ride some of the MX3 Championship and mainly the German Championship. How did it feel dropping down to the 250s for your home round?
Yeah, I was racing this European Championship 7 years ago before I went to Germany, and I always have fun to ride with the 50. So I'm happy to be here and in front of my home crowd and try to do my best.
What do you think of the other competition?
Yeah, it's quite good. It's always good competition in the European Championship. Like yesterday, we was more than 70 riders for the qualify. So it's quite good, I think.
Best of luck. We're going to have a word with one more rider. We're going to have a word with Magni Klingsheim. If you remember rightly, we saw him in Sweden take a... Oh, I can't find where he's gone. Oh, he's there. We're going to sneak in past to everybody. If you remember in Sweden, poor Magni almost lost his thumb. How's that doing now?
Yeah, I had a little finger injury in Sweden, but Yeah, it's good now, so...
And you seemed a little bit more quiet the last couple of rounds, but yesterday it looked as though we see you back in your usual form.
Yeah, yesterday I tried to push and get my speed back, and yeah, it was better yesterday, so I hope for a good race today.
Thanks, Magni. Right, that's all from us down here on the start line.
Yeah, thanks, Amy. Semi-final Group A was won by Valentin Guyot, led every single lap. Brent Van Donnick was second, Jorge Zaragoza was third, Damon Growlers fourth, Philip Neubauer was fifth. So gained a position. Mike Crass came home in sixth after starting in fourth, so he lost a couple of positions in quick succession. Then it was Nathan Watson, the HM Plant KTM runner. Started eighth, finished seventh, so I'm sure he'll be pleased with that. Boris Maillard was eighth of France, ninth was Lucas Lonka, and Václav Kovar was 10th. Nick Kuenberg was one of the biggest climbers in the race, though. Started down outside the top 20 and came from 24th to 11th as we look at the start list. Again, same format as the 125. Winner from Group A and then B, so that's how they alternate the start list here. Adam Sterry was 14th, started 13th, climbed a couple of positions before falling back to 14th ahead of Eddie Hortemark, Davide De Bartoli, Dominique Thury, Jaap Cornet and Lars Ruther, with Ben Watson just in 20th place. But it's only 18 riders go through from each, so the top 18 in the B semi-final were Jeremy Sewer, Brian Bogas, Benoit Paturel, who came from 6th, Jordan Booker, who started 5th, got to 3rd and then fell back to 4th. Mika Duar came from 9th to finish in 5th. Manny Klinsheim was 6th. Victor Bjorklund, Peter Bartros, Jesper Jonsson also came from 15th to get to 9th, and Gabor Fertasvari, Luca Ninehouse, George Cabal, Rennie Albers, Ryan Houghton, Karel Kutsar, Michael Kratzer, Dieter Damians and Luke Norris coming from 26th to 18th, and Connor Green, an American, who came from 30th to 19th. And the last chance guys were Andy Baumgartner, Simone Zecchina, Lars Reuter and Michele Chervelin. So the two guys that were pretty fast didn't quite make it through. Getting ready to drop here, and it does so now. Neubauer at the inside doesn't get a decent German. He's going to play the waiting game as he prepares for the action ahead of him. Might be able to sneak through and does so. Comes out in about 10th place in the green. Dropping downhill. Oh, a couple of guys going straight over and straight on. I'm sure our FIM directors will be looking at that to see who that was. Try and pick out a number if they can. But bottom of the hill, Valentin Guyot as is that 79? Might be. Yep, Corneth. So Corneth then goes out at the start. And our two championship leaders, first and second. So this should be a pretty decent race then. Valentin Guyot, Jeremy Sewer, and Damon Growlers in there as well. So top three in the championship, all coming out, first, second and third. No Cyril Klein-Cromerfield this weekend. He's in 4th in the championship. But Growlers coming under attack from Mike Crass on the second of those yellow Suzukis, the Burf Spoon Suzuki, number 55. Then Brent Van Donnick, 172 there, just in the background in 5th. Then it's Zaragoza in the red on the left-hand side on the third of the Suzukis. So the Suzuki's looking good here at the moment. But it's Valentin Guyot on the Guyot Motorsports KTM who's going to try and pick his way through as Growlers makes a move up the inside of Sewer. And goes through. So Growlers then sweeps to the outside, and as they come over the line, it's the 92 of Guyot, 171 of Growlers. Third is Sewer, 4th is Crass. 5th is Van Donnick, 6th is Zaragoza, 7th Nathan Watson, 8th Benoit Paturel, 9th Philip Neubauer, Victor Bjorklund, Brian Bogas, Peter Bartos, Václav Kovar, Jordan Booker down in 14th, Boris Maillard is 15th, Mika Duar, Rennie Albers, Manny Klinsheim down in 18th place, Lucas Lonka and Thomas Kjær Olsen finds himself just in the points in 20th on this opening lap. Gabor Fertasvari, Adam Sterry is 22nd. As trying to take the short route through, number 91, Jeremy Sewer, and he knows he has to try and defend as well because he's got the hard-charging Mike Crass behind him. Crass on the outside as we look at this shot. He's going to cut to the inside. Doesn't quite make a move stick there. Ryan Houghton down in 33rd place. Luke Norris 37th. Simone Zecchina former 125 European champion, down in 38th place at the moment on this opening lap. So he has got a lot of work to do. But having to ride defensive, number 91 on the Rockstar Energy Suzuki Europe. Swiss rider, second in the championship. Doing his best to defend that third place from the 55 of Mike Crass, who looked to use a similar line. He lost the front at the end of the first lap there, but makes it work for him this time. But Guillot already disappearing at the head of the field through the old turn 2, around the back of the old tower. Replay of the start. Growlers on the left-hand side and Guillot, they got through there no problem, but then there was a few guys went wide, very soft down that bottom end. Not through water, just loose gravel. But Guillot, fastest man on track, a 150.9 compared to a 51.7, 52.2 and 52.8. And the chasing guys behind him, Growler, Seal and Crass. There's Crass now. Just behind him, the orange KTM, Brent Van Donnick, Jorge Zaragoza, Benoit Paturel, Philip Neubauer in the Kawasaki, Nathan Watson now in 9th, Brian Berger's 10th, Victor Bjorklund is in 11th place. This bottom corner, the lowest end of the racetrack. And just there, about 50 metres the other side of that fence, is the road down into Lockett. When you come past there in the morning, you look up and see the circuit. It's pretty spectacular. As Benoit Paturel on the Husqvarna looking for a way past the 99 of Jorge Zaragoza, looking to square him off as well, and goes through, hard move, and the Spaniard almost down. Didn't expect that from the Frenchman at all. So 142, Benoit Paturel climbs a position to 6th then on the coming towards the end of this second official lap. Zaragoza was looking good yesterday in the qualifying, and the would have said that this circuit was suiting down to the ground. Growlers coming under pressure from Siwa. 91 on the yellow Suzuki, who again gets blocked there by the 171 of Growlers of Belgium. See the different lines dropping down the hill. Guillot disappearing at the front, but these two, second and third. This one's got a long way to go, quite literally. There's Paturel, he's getting out of there nice and early, chasing the dirt, tagging the front wheel of Zaragoza. Neubauer would have been there to pick up the pieces, but wasn't able to do so.